Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I use the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette to create this look. If you guys want to see how I did it, just keep on watching. So the first shade I'm going to take is a Raw Sienna in the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm going to use my Sigma E40 brush. And I'm just going to place that all around the crease as my transition shade. And it's going to help the rest of the colors blend in easily. Then I'm going to take the color Buon Fresco and I'm going to use a Morphe M433, and this I'm going to place more precisely into the crease. And with this color, you can just use a minimal amount of product, but I really wanted to emphasize this color and really help showcase it. So I'm really just going in and building up this color, adding more color and blending it out with the same brush, just adding and blending. And trying to keep the majority of the color on the outer edge and not bring it in too much. So place it in the outer edge and blend it in. Then gonna go back in with that same Sigma E40 and further blending it out. This whole look is just a lot of adding and blending, as most dramatic smokier eyes are. Then we're gonna go into the shade Love Letter, and this is a Makeup Geek pointed crease brush. And I love using this brush first as for like precise placement, and I'm just going to place that in a V shape, a like side V shape in the outer corner of my eye. And I'm going to add this shade in the outer corner of my eye, and you see it's super duper a bright pink, and just kind of add the pigmentation there. And you're going to notice later, like in the final look, you didn't notice much pink going on there, but I kind of like how it turned out and how it kind of transformed that purple shade by adding this pink. Then going in with a clean M433 brush and now blending that shade out. And you can just go back in and add some more and then blend it and then add some more. There's definitely a lot of blending going in on this look, but the more you blend, the easier it'll come out. Then once again, going back in some more with that Sigma brush and blending out further. It's just going to look more seamless. Everything's going to blend a lot better together. Then I'm actually going in with a concealer. I'm actually using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is what I use as my base for my eyeshadow primer. And I'm taking out a tiny little, this is like the Wet n Wild concealer brush. And I'm just carving out where I want to put my lid shade, just so that in case the colors kind of took it over, I'm kind of blanking it out again. And just creating that like white canvas. And I love this one just because it's like a nice matte finish and it's pigmented as well. Then I'm going to go back into the palette and I'm going to take the shade Vermeer. This is a really nice like kind of off-whitish type shade, and I'm using a MAC 242 and just patting that on my lid, and just it's so pigmented. I didn't even use Max Fix Plus. This is how pigmented it is. Later on, just to see, just for the heck of it, but it really does not even need any help from, you know, just to add even more intensity. Like on its own, this shade is so intense. Then I'm going to take some more of that shade Love Letter, and this is actually the brush that comes in the Modern Renaissance palettes. I love the brushes that come in the Anastasia palettes. Normally I hate the brushes, I throw them out, I don't even know what happens, but I save these. I love these so much. So I'm using the more pointed flat shade just to add the color, and then I flip it over, and this is the fluffy side. I love this fluffy side because it's like nice, a little bit smaller, precise than my normal fluffy brushes, so this really helps blend out precisely and it doesn't go all over the place. So just kind of going back and forth now and blending that shade out even further. So when that pink mixes in with that light purple, it kind of creates this like dark purple. Those are the only two colors on my outer, or in my crease and on my outer V, and it just created this really nice dark purple. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Cypress Umber, and you could just leave the look like this, but I actually liked it. Smoke it out, intensify it a little bit more, and I'm just adding that to the outer V and just intensifying that and just, you know, making it a little bit more dramatic, but not too crazy smoky. I don't know, for me this is not too crazy smoky, but still appropriate. So I'm just going in with that one end of the brush and then going in, flipping it over that Anastasia brush and blending it out further. And as you can see, it's not blending all over the place, it's blending where I want it to blend. Then I'm going to go in, I use the Becca Backlight Priming Filter Primer, and then I'm mixing Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation and L'Oreal True Match Lumi. These are probably my favorites. And you know what, let's mix them. Let's see what happens. So I mixed them on the back of my hand and I dot it on my face, and I'm blending it out with the Beauty Blender. And oh my god, I loved this finish because I love the coverage that the Milani Conceal and Perfect has, but I love the luminosity of the True Match Lumi. It's like, my thing is like, I wish the True Match was a little bit more coverage, but I wish also that the Milani was maybe a little bit more luminous. I was like, you know what? Let's mix them together. And oh my god, I cannot wait to do this combination again. I loved it. I fell in love with it, and it just lasted so long. At the end of the night, my face still looked amazing. I was feeling myself that day. Then going in with my Sonia Kashuk all covered up concealer, and this is a real technique. This is actually a crease brush, but because it is synthetic, I really like this to kind of do spot treatment with concealer on my face, and just, you know, concealing any blemishes I may have, and then just going over and patting it down with the Beauty Blender. And honestly, I did a lot of blending on my face, but this really just helped all the product just kind of sink in and just blend in really smoothly, foundation and concealer all together. Now I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, a new one that I've been wanting to try out. I've heard some really good things on this. Testing it out. I definitely will be doing a review soon. And just placing that underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, on the forehead, cupid's bow, and chin. Then I'm going to go back in with my Beauty Blender and blend that out. I usually like to blend out the face portion first and then the under eye, so I can give it some time to blend, and then before I put, you know, the setting powder, so that it does not crease on me, because any concealer will. So then I'm going to go in with this concealer. I've learned to kind of blend down, out, and then whatever remaining product, blend up to your under eyes. Any concealer, try to do this, and then you'll get the least amount of product, especially if you're bad like me and have creasing. Then I'm going to go in with the NYX HD Finishing Powder in the shade Banana and my Real Techniques setting brush, and just set that concealer. So I did one eye, and then I set it with the powder, and then I'll go back in and I'll do the other eye. Just try to blend out as much as possible. And if you do one by one while you're waiting to, you know, do the other one, finish it, and then set it with powder, there's minimal creasing going on in general. Then just going in once again with that NYX HD Finishing Powder and just setting that so I do not crease and it does not move. Then I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Smoldering Voluminous Kohl Pencil, and this one is in black, and I'm just going to line my waterline with this, as well as go on the upper lash line, just so you kind of can't see like that, my skin peeking through, especially when you have liner and lashes, and then that just doesn't blend. That just helps the whole look blend nicely. Gonna go back in with that Born Fresco color and a pencil brush and kind of blend and kind of a little bit on top of that black liner, help it set a little bit, and just line my lower lash line, add a little bit of dimension and color down there, just so it like just kind of has more of a seamless. You can leave it blank. I like to add the colors down there as well. Going in then again, once again with a Love Letter, adding that to the purple, and that pink mix into a really nice darker purple, so it isn't like a super intense pink under there. I really like that mix. I wasn't going for it, but I ended up liking it. And one last time going with Cypress Umber, and this is more like a flat shader definer brush, just to kind of line that waterline and just define. I usually just try to keep this to like the outer third, no more than like halfway of my eye, so it doesn't close too much. I don't like to go all the way in all the time. I use the NYX Matte Liquid Liner for my wing and the Koko lashes in the style Queen Bee. Now I'm going to set my face using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in the shade Medium and a dual fiber brush, just to lightly set, just so in preparation mostly for bronzer and blush, so it just kind of blends out a little bit better. So I like to emphasize that on my cheeks if anything, and just very lightly all around. I'm going to take the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and this is another Real Techniques type of like a bronzing brush, but oh my god, I did not realize how much I missed this bronzer, especially that I'm like tanner now too. I forgot how smoothly this applies. I love it so much. I've been finding myself reaching for this, and I really like this brush. It fits nicely around the perimeters of my face and in the cheekbones. I love it. This combination is just like a smooth combination. Then I'm going to take my NYX HD Blush in the shade Taupe, and I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones using the Sonia Kashuk Carving Flat Definer brush. And I'm just going to use that for like product placement, kind of blend it up and around. And then to further blend, I'm going to go back in with that same Real Techniques brush that we use to bronze up the face and just further blend that out. So I like to use product placement with that other brush and then blend out even more. Then for my blush, I'm going to go ahead and use the Milani blush in Romance. This is a really nice neutralish pink, kind of keeping in the cooler tone pinks with the purples I got going on in my eyes. And I'm using my Target Up and Up blush brush. Love this brush so much. I need more personally, and for my freelance kit. It's only $6. If you need a really great blush brush, you can even use it for bronzer. Then I'm just going to go back in with that dual fiber brush, and I'm just going to blend the blush and the bronzer all together. Take MAC's highlight in Soft and Gentle and my Real Technique setting brush, and I'm just going to use that on the tops of my cheekbones. I like this one because it's more of like a neutralish champagne cooler tone highlights, and my other ones were packed away, so I was like, you know what, let me use this bad boy up, and I really liked this combination with my eyelids. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Tempera, and I'm going to take that on a flat Sonia Kashuk shader brush and use this for my under eye highlight. And I like this because it's not too shimmery. We got shimmer on the eyes. It's more like matte satiny. And I'm also going to take that into the inner corners of my eyes, but it still has a nice pop to it, but it's just not too much shimmer going on in the brow bones and just everywhere, all over the place. Then one more time blending, going in with my, I think this is the Sigma E35, and just blending the under eye highlight, your transition shade, crease shade, just blending it all together just so it isn't like such a sharp under eye highlight shade. Then I'm going to go in with MAC's Fix Plus, and this is just going to help give me that glow to my face. And to set my foundation, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Makeup Setting Spray. For my lips, I'm going to use my Girlactik Liquid Lipstick in the shade Divine. And oh my god, I love this formula so much. I had just picked this up at the end of July. I've been using it, but this is so comfortable and has been lasting me like all day. I have not had to touch up on like the whole 9 hours at work. I love this shade so much. But to kind of lighten it, add a little bit more coolness to it for this look, I'm going to take the Milani liquid lipstick in the shade Adorable and just kind of mix those in together, because Adorable might be a little bit too light on its own, but I actually ended up really liking this mixture, kind of like a coolish, neutralish type of pinky shade on my lips. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I actually really ended up liking how it turned out. I did not want to wash my face at the end of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.